Hello and welcome to TalkFCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys, and welcome to round 3 of La Liga, where Barcelona have some catching up to do. Coming up today is the full match preview between Osasuna and Barcelona, coming up on Saturday, and I tell you what, this is not going to be an easy game. It could be a tricky one, and especially for the international break here, we want to end on a high. We want to continue building that momentum, of course, that we started last weekend against Betis. We have to step up. We have to continue that kind of level, starting here away at El Sadar. Let's do this. Kickoff will be coming to us at 5 PM local time, live there from Osasuna's El Sadar Stadium. And here, guys, are the times right around the world. An earlier kickoff there on the Saturday. You can get involved wherever you are. And of course, you guys in very confident mood. Betis was a good result. That was a good step forward, a good return there to winning ways. And you guys believe here against Osasuna, the newly promoted side, that we're going to win here by 3+ goals. But like I said there, this is not going to be an easy game. Elsewhere though, on Sunday, after of course we played on the Saturday, Atletico Madrid will be taking on Eibar there at the Wanda Metropolitano, whereas Real Madrid will be heading there to a tricky test away at Villarreal. That's going to be happening there on Sunday as well. And if we look here early on at the La Liga table, very early days of course, only 2 games played, but already only Sevilla and Atletico Madrid there are the only teams with a full 100% record after those 2 games with 2 wins. Real Madrid there are in 3rd place after their draw, surprising draw really, at home to Valladolid, with Barcelona there in 9th place with a loss and then a win. We have to continue, and like I say there is ground to make up. But if we look here at Osasuna first and foremost, because like I keep saying, Osasuna will not be easy opponents at their home stadium. It's a different story away from home. Osasuna against Barcelona away from home has been very one-sided at the Camp Nou, but at El Sadar it's very difficult. They're a team with some good quality. They've got some good players, of course, back in La Liga now this season, and they ran away last season with the Segunda Division title. Miles clear they were at the top of the league, and of course now they're back. They look very much at home. They're a very confident side. They've got a good spirit about them, a good coach there, very organised team, and already they're unbeaten in La Liga over their 2 games. They're in a very impressive away win in their first game back in the big time over Leganes by a 0-0 on the opening weekend, and then followed that up last weekend with a draw against Eibar, and certainly they're yet to concede a goal. They are a team who's going to be tough to break down. They're going to be frustrating to play against. The pitch, of course, sometimes can be an issue. That's, I'm sure, not going to be perfect tomorrow, and the challenge grows even further when you do take into account our previous meetings there heading to Osasuna, because like I say, we played them at home. Our last 3 meetings against Osasuna at the Camp Nou have ended 7-1, 7-0, 5-1, really comfortable home wins there for Barcelona, and that 7-1 game in particular, that's our most recent meeting at home against Osasuna. That's always going to be very fondly remembered for Javier Mascherano's first and only Barcelona goal, that penalty kick that he blasted the net off there against Osasuna. But on the flip side there, a flip side of those comfortable games at home, away from home, it's been tough. When you look at our last 4 games against Osasuna away from home, we've dropped points in 2 of those, and in particular, you look at 2012, the 3-2 loss there. I remember that very well. A horrible game it was. 3-2 winners on the day, Osasuna, and we certainly can't expect here to this to be a walk in the park. It's not going to be so easy. We can't just stroll into this game and expect to leave with 3 points, and especially here, given the situation that we're in, given the fact that we've got so many injuries, we are down at the bare bones in the attacking areas, and we have to continue what we saw against Real Betis, because for me that game gave us so much encouragement, so much belief, and it wasn't just about the victory. We spoke about it, of course, afterwards. It wasn't just the way that we won. It wasn't the fact that it was 5-2 on the night. We were very happy with what we saw from Barcelona, the way they did it, and the players, of course, who contributed so heavily. And once again, let's be real here, we've got to count on those youth players, the likes of Carlos Perez, the likes of Ansu Fati, because Messi will not be playing once again. He has not been included in the squad. He's not going to be risked for this one, as is Luis Suarez. He's not going to play either, and Ousmane Dembele. And in the case of Messi there was a lot of reports earlier on this week saying that he'd suffered a relapse and he'd be spending even more time there on the sidelines, but it doesn't appear right now to be that serious. What they are doing is sort of just making sure he is 100% ready and ready to return to action without any possible concerns at all. And I think that's the right decision with Messi. I think that's the right decision indeed, because you want him to be right. You don't want to rush him back, not at this stage. And I think certainly the Barcelona medical team right now are thinking, look, if he misses the Osasuna game, it's not the end of the world, because then we got the international break, a bit more time there for Messi, and come the end of that international break, he should be fully ready there to step back onto the field and feel 100% comfortable that he's over that injury and there's going to be no sign of a relapse. So Messi there, not going to be involved, and like I said before, Perez, Fati, those guys again, they're going to have a massive chance, not just to show they've got potential, not just to show they're a young, up-and-coming talents, but just to show I can be consistent too. If you come into this game and perform again, back-to-back games in 2 successive weeks, that's an entirely different situation that you're showing there. You're showing that, yes, you've got potential, you've got quality, but you're also showing I can do it now. I'm ready. And Carlos Perez and Ansu Fati, if they get their chances again, it's a massive, massive opportunity for them. And that's what I think here. This game against Osasuna, it's very, very exciting. And that does bring us on here to the official squad list released tonight by FC Barcelona, travelling to Pamploma to face Osasuna are Marc-Andre ter Stegen, Semedo, Piqué, Rakitic, Busquets, Arthur Melo, Rafinha, Longley, Wage, Griezmann, Alba, Roberto, Frenkie de Jong, Vidal, Umtiti, Iñaki Peña, Carlos Perez, and Ansu Fati. Incredibly exciting stuff there for the young forward. But I just want to highlight a few things here. And the first 2 things that I would say is, keep an eye out this weekend for Ivan Rakitic. Is he going to start the game? Is he going to come on? Only 45 minutes so far for Rakitic in the 2 games that we played in La Liga, which is something certainly to keep an eye on. And also, Arthur Melo. Right now, 2 games played, 0 minutes for Arthur. Surely in this game, we have to see him. I also want to say there, no Carlos Alenia, also left out the squad there. He's not injured. I'm not really sure the reasoning behind there leaving Alenia out the squad. And also Junior Firpo, who is currently injured. He picked a bit of a strain there in his knee. He is going to miss this game and he'll be evaluated there over the course of the international break. And that does lead us on now to Valverde's selection, which is limited. We've got injury problems, but this is a game still. We've got to pick a team that can go out there and win this game. And so, let's start here by talking about Ernesto Valverde's team selection. What do we think he's going to do tomorrow with the options that he has? Starting in goal here with ter Stegen. I think once again, just like we've seen in the first 2 games, it's going to be a very consistent back four. No real reason to go around changing that. We started the season, we haven't really had any injuries there. I think Valverde's going to go with something very, very similar. Alba, of course, with the injury there to Junior Firpo, he's definitely going to start. Longley there alongside Gerard Piqué, with Nelson Semedo continuing in the right back area. In midfield, though, it gets very, very interesting for me, exactly what Valverde does. Like I say, keep an eye on Rakitic, keep an eye on Arthur. For me, Arthur has to start this game. You've got to start playing this guy. We had to see him in the team. You look at him last season, so good. And alongside De Jong, they could do some very, very special things together. Busquets there holding De Jong and Arthur Melo. What I would say, though, is I would not be a bit surprised to see in this game Arthur take it out and Arturo Vidal put in. Osasuna away, I feel like Valverde may feel that Vidal can give a physical edge, maybe something different in midfield there to give us in those kind of areas. I think Vidal has a good chance of being included this weekend. Or, of course, somebody there like Sergio Roberto, a man that Valverde does like now to see in midfield. Is he going to play once again in this clash? That is open to debate. But, of course, then we do move on to the front 3. And I think, to be honest, right now, it picks itself. I would love to see, of course, I'd love to see Ansu Fati actually start a game. But I think we ought to be realistic here and say, look, if he's going to come on, it's going to be from the bench. We are going to see him there as an impact player once again, with all the quality, all the characteristics that he has there coming on late in a game to hopefully terrorise Osasuna. But from the start, I think Rafinha has done really, really well there when he's played in the front 3 in pre-season, and also starting the season, he has played well there, combining and linking really this midfield and the front 3. He does a good job of that, dropping in there, especially without Messi. You need somebody there to be that link, and Rafinha does that pretty well. I think Carlos Perez starting once again, if he could score again, back-to-back games, that would be unbelievable. I think he's got so much potential, and I'd love to see him again start here. And of course, Antoine Griezmann, fresh from scoring twice against Real Betis. He's off the mark. The Griezmann show is underway. Will he notch once again without Messi, without Suarez, without Dembele? The pressure and the expectation, it very much rests on the shoulders of Antoine Griezmann. Will he deliver? And so, of course, guys, it is now on to prediction time. And I do believe, like I said, all the way through this video, it is not going to be an easy game. It is going to be a tight one, a tough one in many ways. But I am going to go here with a Barcelona win. We are thin on the ground. We do have injuries. But I believe Griezmann, and I'd love to see Carlos Perez score again. I'm going to go here. Griezmann with the first goal. Perez with the second. Barcelona 2. Osasuna 0. But, of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Who would you start in this game? Who would you like to see Valverde use? Let me know down below. And, of course, what are your score predictions? Are you feeling confident? Are you feeling good? Let me know. And of course, tomorrow, after the game, I'll be back here with the full match review, and hopefully, going into the international break, going in there to the first break of the season, we can end there with back-to-back wins. Betis was good. Let's continue that now and get all 3 points against Osasuna. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thanks, as always, for joining me. And of course, until next time, as always, Visca! El Barça.